I joined LTTV accidentally.
When I got my schedule, it said LTTV production.
I started LTTV my sophomore year.
Came by freshman year.
I first heard about LTTV my freshman year.
Back when I was a sophomore.
I've been a part of LTTV in the class for 2 years.
I got started in LTTV back my sophomore year, second semester.
I got involved with LTTV because I took radio over the summer before my freshman year.
When I was signing up for classes for junior year, I signed up for the TV class.
I heard about LTTV my sophomore year.
I came to the first meeting.
I haven't been a part of LTTV for a while.
Reynolds, he was like, you know, come to the TV club meeting with me, like it's fun. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And I got here and I was like, I'm not staying, like they're all nerds.
I was friends with Eric and he said that he started doing LTTV and he's always talking about this guy, Bill, or like Mr. Allan. And he was always like, this guy's so cool, like he knows everything.
My friend Aaron Sandoval had told me about LTTV and how about this one guy, Mr. Allan, Bill. He was like really cool and he was really helpful with everything and whatnot.
I had a good friend who was really involved with it, and I saw their passion for filmmaking and I thought it was like really interesting because for like most of high school I kind of just like literally, I never wanted to be there, like I had no interest in anything.
My friend Camille Sugnovich, she was in my biology class and she was always talking about LTTV, and she also always talked about LTTV in my English class, and she was just absolutely obsessed with it.
I came here as a freshman. I came to LT as a freshman. You know, a little bit of friends, not really doing anything, real quiet.
I only joined it at the beginning of this year, so it's been about 8 months. But Bill is the one who taught me to just kind of roll with my ideas.
Something kind of like clicked.
I started doing it because I was always into filming. Started with skateboarding videos, and then Henry Joyelle and Matt Rowe, actually, believe it or not, said there was a really cool guy teaching the LTTV class, and they were a year ahead of me. And they said his name was Bill Allan, and he was just a super cool person that always encouraged the ideas they were trying to do.
I didn't want to take the class because I felt like it was just a boring class. Like I didn't really know anybody that was taking it. I heard it was pretty easy and I wasn't down to take a class like that. My sister said it was pretty cool and the teacher was pretty cool.
And so sophomore year I signed up for LTTV with Lizzie and we had a really fun time taking the class.
Just going into that class, I knew it wasn't like anything I'd taken before because Mr. Allan was just like a different kind of teacher. He was really down to earth and he wasn't afraid to be honest with you and he wasn't afraid to be like a kid.
My first day there, I already knew one kid, Seamus, my best friend. We sat next to each other and along with Victoria Morales, she's the best. But I don't know, I just like instantly grew to love the class. Like the projects were so much fun. They really got you like interactive with all the people around you. You really met a lot of different people.
I had done stuff in radio and theater before where I would suggest something and people would be like, oh yeah, we can make it work and like we could try changing this or doing this. But Bill was the first person who, when I would tell him an idea, he would respect me and talk to me as an adult and say, I want you to achieve your ideas the way that you want your ideas to be achieved. He never questioned the things that I did.
So I decided to take the club first semester when I was a freshman. Absolutely hated it. I didn't think there was any reason to do it. I just wanted to do my own thing for a while.
Then I went on my first truck shoot. It was a boys soccer game at Westfield with Tim Jacobs directing. I remember that pretty precisely. I don't know why, but I just fell in love with following the ball and following the action. It was just like the coolest thing I'd ever done, and I was like 14 at the time. It was awesome.
I started with just going on truck shoots and just kind of hanging around. I did a lot of truck stuff with graphics and audio, and then I never really did camera until sophomore year when you forced me to, and I was scared, but I still did it.
And I remember going on my first football shoot. But so yeah, I showed up there and I went on my first shoot and I was terrified. Oh, it was one of the most horrible experiences of my life. I went on camera and Rebecca just yelled at me and Bill just yelled at me because I was doing camera all wrong, and it was one of the funnest nights ever. I just loved it. Even though I was getting yelled at, it was fantastic.
I was on a football shoot my sophomore year with Ronnie Cicelli, and I was talking to the director at the time, and she looked at me and she said, Dan White, you will never direct football. And I kind of took that a little too personally, and that really drove me to keep on going and going and going in LTTV.
I know one of the first truck shoots was a basketball game. We had just gotten a new graphic thing, and I was the only one that Bill had taught how to use, so I was also the only advanced person on any of the shoots, so it was me and then a bunch of noobs and this new graphic thing. So Bill kind of made me the season graphic lady, so I was on that for quite a few shoots. That was a good time.
Freshman year was full of mistakes. I think everyone knows the infamous, "Oh my goodness, oh my God." Yeah, that was me. Squeaky Sean.
Found out that they were having a festival called M.A.N.E, and I always liked to make these little animations back then, so I turned one into the festival and got second place. At which point Bill Allan, who I hadn't met before, said, if you have anything, like a DVD of cartoons or any animations that you want to put on the channel, just come to me.
I was the only female freshman girl director for a Pee Wee football game, and it all went to my head. So that was fun. I remember coming home that night, I'm like, this is what I want to do for like the rest of my life. Like, screw being a teacher. No offense, Bill. But like, I wanted to be an English teacher and teach kids. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to do TV. Like, I just knew, that's it. Nothing like that had ever clicked with me before. I had done sports and like stuff like that, but nothing had clicked like LTTV had clicked with me before, and it was amazing.
I didn't take it junior year, and I remember like regretting that so much because I was like, I had a really good time doing LTTV. I wish I would have signed up for it again, and so I decided to sign up for it my senior year, first semester, and doing it as advanced, I like learned a lot more, and I thought like if I did this maybe even again next semester, I'd have a really good time.
I really respected how much of a teenager like he was on the inside, even though that he was like really mature and respectable, and like how helpful he could have been in class.
Quickly, I changed one of my second semester electives to take LTTV again. And I think it was that semester that really kind of made me realize how passionate I was about film, because I'd like always really liked movies and stuff in the past, and that second semester really kind of made me legitimately enjoy going to school.
I felt like the teacher, Bill Allan, really taught me a lot of stuff, like definitely taught me how to be more creative than I was before. Definitely taught me how to express myself a little bit more in front of a camera and stuff like that. I don't know, it was just all around a good class to take. I was happy I took it.
I sat down with him with an idea of a music video that I said, I want the people to literally pop into the frame and just like completely formulate out of thin air. And he didn't tell me like, oh, that might be hard to do or anything like that. He said, that'll be challenging, but it'll be awesome when you do it.
Eventually, I got to North Campus as a junior. Counselor automatically put me in LTTV because I told him I wanted to do film when I grew up. I knew that for the longest time. And immediately I didn't have Bill Allan my first semester, but he was always there in the corner just hanging out, and I could just tell he was a cool person. I would always bring up ideas to him. He'd be really supportive of it. And then eventually did have him as a teacher and got to know him more and more.
But I was taking a different class, so I had to drop one, and my counselor told me I couldn't do that. But then like the last week of like before winter break, like even possibility of being able to drop a class, I went up to Bill and I was like, hey, like, can I drop this class? Because I really don't want to take it, and I'd much rather do this because this is like awesome.
Now that I'm in like my senior year, after helping out a little bit over the summer with like a movie project and stuff that I was interested in doing, like I'm even getting my foot in the door even more with like more filmmaking stuff, and I know that's what I want to do with the rest of my life, thanks to Bill.
I've always like had a lot of creative thoughts, I guess, but I just never knew how to put them into words or how to like make them come to life. And just a lot of the advice that he's given me has kind of like helped me with that and helped me kind of get my ideas to come to life, stuff like that.
And you were like, yeah, 100%, like absolutely, let's get this done. And you switched my classes around, you got it through. And I'm really thankful that I did that, because if I wouldn't have taken this class the second semester, I probably wouldn't have realized that this is actually what I want to do with like college and going into the career field with this, and like sitting down with you and helping me like figure out like my future. You really helped me so much, Bill.
I was always really stressed out to actually direct shoots, but he really encouraged me and he really got me to do well on directing, so I really thank him for that.
He really believed in my ideas, he still does, and he's given me a lot of opportunities that I wouldn't be able to have without him and LTTV. So thanks for being awesome, Bill.
LTTV means to me the start of hopefully my career, because I'd love to go into sportscasting. It's really a passion of mine.
Recently, a lot of people who know I'm so involved with the program have been asking me a really stupid question. They've been saying, what's it gonna feel like to not be a part of LTTV next year? And that's like asking me, what's it gonna be like not being part of the Coughlin family next year? Because if 10 years from now, we're all in a different part of the world doing completely different things, we'll still never have left each other in the first place, because family doesn't stop. It's not anything that ever ends.
I think what I'm gonna miss most definitely is the atmosphere and the people around here. I mean, I know a bunch of people are going to college together, but I just feel like this is the atmosphere that we belong in. This is the atmosphere where we learn the best, and this is the atmosphere where we interact the most with each other. I just feel like that's a big factor I'm gonna miss.
I think one of the most memorable moments that I've had with Bill was when he made an origami frog from these lyrics that he had printed out, and then he flung it at me, and they were really cool lyrics. And so I still have that sheet of paper. It's somewhere in my room. Something I'll never forget is election night when I was having an anxiety attack and you completely calmed me down, had me go for a walk. And I'll never forget that because nobody else really knew what was going on with me, and you did. Oh my God, I'm sorry. But I don't know, it just proves you really are like my second dad.
Just being here for 4 years has been a great experience, and this is my bright spot of high school. Not just the lights, just LTTV in general.
What I took away most from LTTV is that Bill became more of a mentor than a teacher ever, because he really helped me like beyond like the classroom environment. He helped me really like set my career. He helped all of us make resumes and websites. And he's gonna be a person I remember, you know, for the rest of my life now, because he's one of the most influential people that I've had.
I've learned quite a few things from Bill. Persistence, appreciation, respect. I've also learned how to interact with people on a team in order to get something done and accomplish it in a timely and high quality manner.
Even though I'm nervous and afraid to go on and do things without so many of the incredible people that I've worked with over the past 3 years, I have a lot of faith because I've gotten to work with some of the best people, and I think we all have a small piece of each other, and that makes each one of us too great to fail.
I guess like being in TV now for 4 years has just like made me realize, you know, it's shaped me as a person. It's shaped my whole life. It's as cheesy as that sounds, it has. This is just something that has shaped who I am, and is something like I know I want to do for the rest of my life.
TV means the world to me because that's hopefully what I'm gonna get into. I'd love to get into the post side of film and production, and it's just really opened my eyes to something I love to do. I love to sit behind a computer and edit away and get sort of lost into it.
I know I'll probably be back here almost every day over the summer, but I'm definitely gonna miss this place when I'm off to college. I'm definitely gonna visit a lot more. Bye, Bill.
Without Bill Allan, I'm not sure where I would be, because where a lot of us would be, because he's fought tooth and nail to get us the best equipment and help educate us as best he can in the industry.
I'm speaking for everyone here, but especially for myself. Like, we all wouldn't have figured out what we want to do and we want to be without Bill. He's like a freaking mentor. Like a mentor, father, like it's just insane. I wouldn't be where I am today without Bill Allan.
You summed it up perfectly, where this is a family that we're very, you know, tight-knit, and Bill's the dad, as we have said many times, and he's a mentor, he's a principal, a counselor, a teacher, an administrator, all wrapped up into one great bald package, and it's just great.
I just want to thank you for giving all of us the opportunity to be a part of LTTV and making it what it is today, because it would not be 1/16 of what it is without you.
And I just want to say thank you. You've done like wonders, absolutely. So, thanks. Just wanna,
And I thank him for just being like a wise Buddha and just like being extremely down to earth. So Bill, thank you.
Well, thanks again, Bill, for basically being my mentor and just being a good friend, pretty much, even as a teacher. And thank you for helping me realize what I want to do with the rest of my life, because without LTTV, I probably wouldn't know what I want to do with the rest of my life.
I would just really like to thank Bill Allan for being one of the most influential people in my life thus far. He's really helped me do a lot, and he's helped a lot of other kids do a lot too. And I could never really thank him as much as he deserves. So, thanks, Bill.
Bill, I just want to say thank you for everything. You've truly been an amazing mentor and second dad and teacher and friend, and just thank you for everything. You've truly helped me through some of the hardest parts of my high school, so thank you.
I think we all just got to say thank you. I mean, it just couldn't be the same. It's just the best program ever. I've been part of it for 3 years, and I mean, he brings us all together and makes everything work, and driving force behind everything we have today. I mean, he built this program from the ground up, and I mean, it's just, words can't describe how good of an experience this has been because Bill Allan's been here. So thank you, and I look forward to hearing from you. Directing is you get the most pressure, and then it's just the most fun, and then you accomplish something at the end of the day. Like, especially once we got High School Cube, it was like, that light just went out.
Hey Bill, Islino, what's up?
Then I had Bill Allan as a teacher, finally, my second semester of junior year, and I got to know him really well from there.
I will kill you.
Word!
I don't know what else to say.
I didn't even know sports before I started directing sports. I mean, apparently, you can't get a home run in football. I don't know what that's about.
Crawford, get my good side.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. No, I'm not. Okay, no, I'm not gonna cry on camera.
I'm just kidding, they're all my good side.
Oh yeah. Ow.
Vegas year 2, of course, was fantastic as well. My mother came.
Sorry.
Boom, boom. Yeah, you should be sorry.
You know who should be sorry? People that shoot things with the house lights still on.
Wah, 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 stuff.
Seriously?
different thoughts all over the place, and I can't put them together.
Oh my God, I can't do this. Oh my God, I'm crying.
You make me feel uncomfortable while holding it. Can you put that down?
Leave Bill Allan alone!
I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough.
It's weird. I've never been sentimental to you before.
Wallpaper's red shoes, yay!
Leave Bill Allan alone. He doesn't deserve it.
Butt meow.
Ah!